Hello everybody, my name is Bodens and welcome to another trading tip. And I have another trading tip in it for a long time, and I know I get so many questions about how do you get your players cheap in my series, and a lot of questions. And I'm going to show you one of the methods that I've actually been recently using with the newly transferred players. You've seen it in the title probably, and it is actually a really nice method, and it's basically because they're newly transferred, and in certain formations it becomes really easy to trade with. For instance, I'm just going to go to David Beckham first off, because he's recently transferred, and I did pick up a nice deal on him the other day where I made 5k in like 10 minutes, because these newly transferred players are easy to trade with and they sell fast. That is a huge bonus. The reason they sell fast is because they're newly transferred and people are always looking for them and wanting to buy them. It doesn't matter about the price. If they're at a certain price, it means that people are wanting them at that price. As you can see here, David Beckham's price has actually lowered a lot in the past few days. It's basically because he had a lot of hype around him because of his really because he was donating all of his money to the charity, if you didn't know that. But here you go, he's about 3.8k in any formation, basically, or in, like, that's the cheapest you're going to get him. So, if you want to look in, like, certain formations, 3-5-2, 4-1-2-1-2, 4-3-3, and 4-4-2. This is like the force method, but just with these big players. For instance, I'm just going to have a look at 3-5-2. Sometimes 3-5-2 isn't that worth that much, basically because a lot of people don't realize that it's the best formation out there, and we'll just sell it on for the cheap. So as you can see, in these formations, David Beckham is fairly highly priced. You can see 4-4-2 he goes for 5.7k minimum. So if you picked him up for 3.5k, that would be a nice buy. I'm going to just see what 4-3-3 is right now. And 4-1-2-1-2 is usually the most expensive unless you've got a cam and CDM card, a cam or CDM card, sorry. And you can also do this with converted positions as well. I'll show you in a second with that. And you can see 4-1-2-1-2, we're up to about 10k. If you remember, someone could just think, oh, he goes for 3.5k, I'll put him up for that. And if you pick him up for that price, then you can instantly sell him for 10k. And because of the hype around the transfer players, it's always hype, he will go for that price. It's the same with the upgraded players that are coming out in like 15 days, I think, because it's mid-February that these cards are coming out, for the upgraded players instead of transfer players. So for them coming out, you can do the same method again for these. And you can see we're going to have a look in the cam position, and in cam we'll be going for a little bit more. I'll have a look at CDM. You always want to look in like weird positions. People, if they've been converted to that position, that means somebody out there has wanted him, and there will be always another person who will want that player in that position. As you can see in a CDM, he goes for about 7,000 coins. If you can sell him for that, I don't know. He doesn't look the best for a defensive positioner, or CDM, sorry. I'll look at a cam. See how he's going for that, see if we can pick up a deal. I'll just show you one more player as well that I know I have been trading a lot with, and it's been incredibly easy to trade with. 4.7k is what he goes for there, and that is not cheap. In centre forward, you can actually pick him up again, 4.6k. As you can see, people do go crazy. There could possibly even be a striker one somewhere on the market. But I'm going to show you another player who's been transferred to PSG. You may know who he is, and he is, of course, when we see him, he's actually incredibly highly priced, considering he came out a long time ago, but he's still newly transferred, an incredibly good player. Here we go, he's Lucas. He's got 4-star skills, 3-star week 4, which is why he goes for this price, really. About 5,000 coins you're going to pay for him then. And so, again, you can look at these prices, but of course, 4-1-2-1-2 and 3-5-2 are the cheapest. They'll be the cheapest because he's already in position for it. It's a weird thing, and you're going to have to get used to that. But 4-3-3, we'll go to 4-4-2 first because that's the cheapest. We'll go up and see if we can pick up a deal on him. And this guy in a converted position, everybody wants him. It doesn't matter if you got him in CDM, a striker, he is wanted in every position. It's basically because of his pace, and people are just insanely pace whores on this game. 4-3-3 sometimes doesn't go for too much because of if leagues don't have good wingers, then people don't want 4-3-3 in that league. So as you can see, right, CM, if you could pick him up at this price, that would be a good buy, but I don't think there's any on the market. The market is a little bit slow right now. We'll see if we can find anybody. Is it going to kick me off? No auctions for that. I think he goes for about 14,000 coins, so we'll pick him up for like 12k. Now, as you can see, he's about 14,000 coins in a CM convert position. We'll check CDM, because people are crazy. There you go, so CDM, there are CDM cards on the market. 13k there. You could maybe even pick that up and sell them for 14k, but that would be minimal profit, no point there. We'll check Striker, see if anyone's put up a cheap card. No cheat codes on them. But anyway, you get the gist. You can do this with any transfer players. EA have tweeted links to a list of every transfer player on the game right now on Ultimate Team. So you can go to EA's Twitter. I'll leave them in the description. I may even leave that little file thing in the description so you can take a look and see the newly transferred players. You got Yanga and Biwa in there. You got Sissoko, everybody, and they're worth a bit in different formations. So make sure you try this method out. If it does work, leave a like. If you're not here, subscribe for more. I do trading series, trading tips, and I'm going to start a gameplay series soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I hope you have a great day.